Hello, babes. Welcome back to another video. Okay, today I'm talking to you again about sympathetic versus parasympathetic. I had a comment on one of my videos asking to explain ways to get back into parasympathetic quicker and how to stay there indefinitely. So, first of all, you can't stay indefinitely in parasympathetic. That is not something that you want. Parasympathetic, for those who don't know, is a rest and digest state, and it's a beautiful state. But think of parasympathetic and sympathetic, which is the sympathetic is your go mode, like yin and yang. You need the balance of both. So, no, there is not a way to stay in parasympathetic or rest and digest indefinitely, and you wouldn't want to. That would be like, kind of like shutting down. You would be almost like a zombie, depressed, lethargic, lacking in energy. You need that fire that wakes you up, the cortisol, the adrenaline that do come online to problem solve, to be aware, to think critically, to get yourself up in the morning, to push at the gym. That's an important state, and you do want to cultivate it. You just don't want to get stuck there either. So basically, life is a balance, and your nervous system is no different. You want to find a balance here. Hi, if you're new to the channel, I'm Jane Harvey. What's up? It's good to have you here. I make new videos every single day. I share my life with you. I talk to you about ways that you can be a better person, and I track a healing journey because I'm on one. I have experience with trauma, both experience and epigenetic, and I work really hard to heal it, and I share everything that I find with you. So welcome. Glad to have you. Okay, so I took the liberty of grabbing my little laptop, and actually, it's a 15-incher. She's a pretty big girl, and I'm going to run you through basically some ways that you can bounce back and forth between sympathetic and parasympathetic using the vagal nerve. So this is if you're in that activated state and you want to calm yourself back down. The vagus nerve, sorry, I called it vagal and I keep doing that. It's the vagus nerve, and then you do vagal toning. But the vagus nerve is the wandering nerve. It's the longest cranial nerve in the body, and it runs from the brainstem down through your face, your heart, your lungs, and your gut. So it's a super important nerve, and I'll probably do a video just geeking out on the vagus nerve pretty soon here. But it is going to help you transition from fight and flight, freeze, fawn, your sympathetic nervous system back into parasympathetic rest and digest faster if you have strong vagal toning. Because if you're in a state of hyper sympathetic, your vagus nerve's probably offline. It's probably not functioning, which means that you're struggling with your digestion. Probably means you're not breathing. You might have like racing heart. You may have a very like tense or taut face. Like your vagus nerve going offline really impacts a lot of your life because it runs through so much of your body. And when it's online and strong, deep breathing, good digestion, a joyful demeanor, etc., etc. So you want the vagus nerve to be strong. It's involved in regulating your heart rate. I'm going to run through this as a list, but your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, your immune response. So you may get sicker if you're stuck in sympathetic, your emotional regulation. So your ability to calm down is in direct relationship to emotional management. And if you're in a state of active trauma, you can't really regulate. I speak from experience. I worked really hard to achieve emotional regulation, and it took me some time. Vocal tone and facial expression. So you may sound different if you have a weak vagus nerve, and your facial expression may be impacted. Social connection and safety cues. So it's just really hard when we're in a state of weakened vagus nerve and trauma to connect and to feel safe socially. And those things are critical for health and wellness, but not always accessible. So vagus nerve toning or vagal toning means to stimulate and strengthen your vagus nerve so that it becomes more responsive. So we want to wake it up and bring it online. A well-toned vagus nerve helps your body calm down after stress, recover from trauma triggers. So if you get triggered, that toned nerve can help you return to your parasympathetic, your rest and digest, sleep better, vital, digest your food properly, vital, stay emotionally balanced, vital. So it's sort of like exercising a muscle. The more you use your vagus nerve, the better it works. So here are the ways that you can activate it. One is humming, singing, or chanting. So you can just be like, that's activating your vagus nerve. Or you can do om. Om activates your vagus nerve. And a few minutes a day can really help you. It just stimulates the vagus nerve. 2 is cold exposure. So you can splash some cold water on your face, or I turn the shower in my morning showers. I turn the shower cold every single morning before I get out. I don't get in cold. I don't know if that's for me, but I love the bracing quality of turning it cold at the end, getting that nice, refreshing blast of cold water, wakes me up, tones my vagus nerve. It taps into what's called the diving reflex, which naturally activates the vagus nerve. And then breathing, slow, deep breathing, especially with a long exhale. So the long exhale triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. It tells your body like, oh, okay, we're safe. We have time to let go, relax, breathe. When I was a smoker, which I actually was for 10 years, which is hilarious because I don't think I give off smoker vibes. But I started when I was 16 and I quit when I was 27. But I got 28, but I had a break in between where I quit for 2 years. That exhale was what I was looking for, that big drag, and then would calm me down. And really what I was looking for was the breath. I was just using cigarettes and nicotine to help me try to manage stress, and it wasn't working. It's just making me more stressed. Box breathing is a big one. So you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Navy SEALs do this. People in high stakes situations do this. It's a way to really calm, regulate the body, activate and strengthen the vagus nerve. 4 is gazing and orienting. So let your eyes slowly scan your environment. Take in what's around you. Really orient yourself into the space. Often, if I'm feeling particularly triggered, this is something that my therapist taught me. I'll do 5 things I can see, 4 things I can touch, 3 things I can hear, 2 things I can taste, 1 thing I can smell. I think I totally botched that, but essentially deeply orient myself to the space, and that also activates the vagus nerve. Safe, curious eye movements signal safety to your brain. So basically, if you're like, oh, I'm sort of just exploring, your brain is like, well, clearly things are fine. Otherwise, we wouldn't just be looking around. 5 is gentle movement. So as you may or may not know, if you're new to the channel, I'm a yoga instructor. Yoga, Tai Chi, walking. I have a great video about walking, rocking, stretching. All of this encourages nervous system regulation. It's loving movement. It's so like just giving yourself that movement, that touch. It's very, very nourishing, very primal, and it helps your body to register that it's safe. The vagus nerve is deeply tied to feelings of safety and social bonding. So long hugs, if you can give your partner or family member or friend a long hug, and gentle self-touch, like hand over the heart or hand over the belly, and eye contact. So looking into your partner's eyes or your dog's eyes, your cat's eyes, just really stimulates and relaxes the vagus nerve. Cuddling also is a big one. Love cuddling, live for cuddling. Laughter, number 7. So real laughter, not forced laughter, but really actually laughing. So maybe watch a funny show or hang out with a friend who's hilarious. Come watch my videos, laugh with me. It will help stimulate your vagus nerve. So all of these things are ways that you can strengthen the vagus nerve and then send yourself, if you're in an activated state or a state of sympathetic nervous system and it feels like too much, you're not at the gym or at work or getting it done and you're feeling overstimulated, these practices will help you shift back into parasympathetic. Enjoy that rest and digest. Feel your digestion starting to come online, your breathing slower and easier, your heart rate regulated, your emotions feeling more grounded, generally feeling clearer in your mind and more relaxed in your body, feeling the muscles of your face relax. It's a beautiful state to be in, and it's accessible to you. I promise it is. It just takes some practice. So hopefully this helped you. If it did, like the video, subscribe to my channel, share it with a friend who might need to know about, I'm calling it vagal toning, but now I'm just like, is it just vagus toning? So I couldn't tell you. I could tell you. I need to find out, and I'm gonna tell you. I'll put it on the screen right here. Anyway, love ya. Really hope this helped. You don't want to stay in parasympathetic all the time. You definitely want to go back to sympathetic sometimes. It's yin yang, babies. It's a balance. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.